get to your Saturday forecast. Marina's here with that, and hopefully a good day ahead. Beautiful sunrise out there, I noticed.
Oh, it was gorgeous. And what's nice is we've got beautiful sunny skies right now, but that is not going to stick around.
Oh.
Yeah, clouds are going to increase today, but it's still going to stay mild, which is great. We are going to be looking at the heat and humidity slowly returning across. UV index of about 8 today, so that's still high.
Still pretty sunny. Okay. All right. Thanks, Marina. And we are going to for a look at our forecast. And as I said, boy, a good-looking sunrise out there.
Yeah, really, really pretty. And the good news is this is probably as good as it's going to get today. It's not going to be a bad day, but we'll see the most of our sunshine right now. And we are seeing those clouds starting to increase out to our west. And as expected, around Marshall, southwestern portions of our viewing area, seeing a couple excuse me, sprinkles out there. So that'll continue to roll on in, and we might see a passing shower or two, but really, it's in the overnight tonight that we get a better chance to see a sprinkle. So clouds will be increasing as we head on into the morning hours, and we'll be left with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Sunset is going to be around 8:43 as we head on into the afternoon. And we will be looking at a very sunny start, and then those clouds will just slowly roll in as we head on throughout the rest of the day. But topping out at 83. We topped out at 80 degrees yesterday. It was quite a beautiful day. And then as we move on into the day today, just a couple degrees warmer. We're starting with a southerly flow. We're not going to get that nice brisk northerly flow that kept things feeling fantastic yesterday, but we're not going to get really that heat and humidity back into full action until we head on into our Monday and Tuesday. But out the door right now, it looks really beautiful. It's a great start to the day, and we are going to be seeing 66 degrees as you head out the door right now. Dew points right around 60, so still very comfortable. So we're going to have a very nice, comfortable day still today before we start to increase those humidity levels slowly but surely as we move on into the rest of our forecast. But 66 here in the metro, but 60 in St. Cloud, 63 in Brainerd, 64 in Alex, 66 in Marshall, 61 in Owatonna, with winds that are picking on up now out of the south. That's going to make things feel just a touch more muggy as we head on into our Sunday. But really, Monday and Tuesday are the days that we head back into the 90s and get a more Karen forecast coming up as we start out the work week. But it looks like that's what August is going to be, Karen. We'll get a few days in the 90s, and then we'll go back to the low 80s, and then a few days in the 90s again. So that's good.
I'm glad you're concerned about my weather wishes all the time.
Yes,
I appreciate
I am.
Right. Thanks, Marina. Will it all stick around, Marina?
Well, we're going to be looking at clouds increasing today, but still overall a nice day. 83 for our high. We topped out at 80 yesterday, so we are going to be looking at holding on to that milder weather. Southerly winds today will make it feel a little warmer than yesterday, but overall it's still going to be a great day, just with mostly cloudy skies. But you know, we saw a lot of clouds yesterday too, and it was still wonderful. 87 degrees as we head on into our Sunday. Now about today, this morning we could be looking at a few sprinkles in the southwest, basically around Marshall and the Dakota border. But then later on this afternoon, really in the overnight as we head on into the metro region, but it'll start to creep a little bit closer. So we could see a few showers moving on in later tonight. So just keep that in mind. And as we move on into our Sunday, it is warmer and a little more humid, but it is going to be dry. So here over the next hour, I'll talk to you about this slow warm up. A few showers as we move on into tonight, but 80s are going to hold tight this weekend, which is great. 90s and humidity are going to hold off until we start out the new work week on Monday and Tuesday. And then it looks like it's going to be an unsettled start to August. I still can't believe that we're just a few days away from saying goodbye to July. The summer is going by too quickly. Looking at our clouds and radar right now, basically we've got this short wave of energy that just continues to bring that moisture down into our region. And this morning, it is basically going to be just right there in that southwestern corner. But then we're going to start to see a little bit more activity start to build just out to our west. And as that happens, we're going to continue to see the threat for a few showers rolling in later on tonight. But the chance is 20–30%. So it's not a fantastic chance, but overall, it is still a chance for a few of those drops to head in your direction. So partly to mostly cloudy skies, 83 today. Tonight, 65 with partly to mostly cloudy skies as well. And then sun and clouds for our Sunday, 87 degrees. So not too shabby. We'll be right back. Good morning. I'm Fox 9 meteorologist Marina Jurica, and we are starting off on a beautiful note all across the region. So let's get you set up for the rest. Come in. I'll show you that 7-day forecast in about 9 minutes. The Fox 9 Morning News starts right now. That's right, Karen. We are seeing a gorgeous start to the day today. Plenty of sunshine, and we will see some clouds stroll in as we head on into the late morning hours. So keep that in mind. This is probably going to be the best part of the day. Not that the latter part is going to be bad in any way, shape, or form, but we are going to be looking at clouds increasing. So the bulk of the sunshine will be right now. We can see that out the door very perfectly. 66 degrees. Boy, opened up those windows, I hope, all across the region last night, because our ACs are going to get a break once again for basically 24 more hours. And then we're going to start to see a little bit of that heat and humidity creep back into the forecast. But our dew point is at 60, which is great. It was in the upper 50s yesterday. It'll be in the low 60s today, and then start to creep on up back into the 70s as we head on into our Monday and Tuesday. But 66 currently in the metro, 60 degrees in St. Cloud, 63 in Bemidji, 66 in Marshall, and 61. Very nice and pleasant in Owatonna. If you're going to head out to see the Twins take on the Indians, first pitch is at 6:10, and we're going to be looking at low 80s, and it is going to be very, very nice. So get out there and enjoy. Clouds will increase, 83 degrees. Watch out for a shower in our southwestern counties this morning. Maybe a shower or two moving in tonight, 65. And then for our Sunday, we're going to be looking at things warming up to 87 with the 90s and the steamy weather rolling in for Monday and Tuesday. And that's your Fox 9 AccuWeather forecast. Back to you, Karen.
All right. With Miss Marina. Looking good so far.
Yeah, looking good so far for sure. We've just seen a few of those sprinkles as expected in our far western counties along the Dakota border, and also down towards the southwest around Marshall and heading into Worthington. But the rest of us are just seeing a little bit, especially our southern counties, of increased clouds. So we will see a beautiful sunny start, but then we'll get a few more clouds rolling in here as we head on into the latter part of the morning. So we'll be left with partly to mostly cloudy skies for the afternoon, which is very similar to what we saw yesterday. So not too many changes. A little bit warmer today. We're starting to pick up on a southerly wind instead of that northerly wind. Yesterday we topped out at 80, and boy, it felt so good. Average is about 83 degrees, and that's exactly where we're going to sit as we head on into the evening hours tonight. So we're really going to enjoy, I'm sure. And as we head on into tonight, just a heads up, we might see a few sprinkles from time to time as we move on into the late evening and overnight hours. But right now, basically, we're just seeing this short wave of energy that is going to be giving our southwestern counties a little bit of that moisture. And then we'll start to see a little bit more build out just towards our west, and that will allow for a few of those sprinkles to move in later on this evening. But 83 for our high today as we head on into tonight, 65. Moving on into tomorrow, 87 with partly cloudy skies, and that warming trend's just going to continue into the start of our work week. We'll see a chance for some showers and thunderstorms as we head on into the last few days of July, and it's going to be hot and humid back into the 90s again. We are looking at a gorgeous start to the day, folks. So welcome back to the Fox 9 Morning News. We are seeing basically a great, beautiful morning. This continues right now.
Market or anywhere else out there this morning.
I completely agree. Get out there, enjoy it. We will see clouds increase through the day, and we might have to deal with a spotty shower or two, but overall it is looking like a very nice day, just not as nice as yesterday. Our storm vision is showing a couple of those showers right now down towards our far southwest, right there along I-90 from Worthington just to the south of Marshall, but that's about it. The rest of us might have to deal with a passing shower, but that won't be until later on tonight. Out the door right now, though, no talk of rain. We've got crystal clear blue skies. It's very pretty, and we're hoping that you have the chance to get out and enjoy, especially if you didn't get to enjoy yesterday. 68 degrees, so ACs are getting quite a break once again. Dew points in the low 60s, so still very comfortable, just not the upper 50s that we saw yesterday, and that is due to this. Southeasterly winds are starting to kick, and northwesterly winds have gone, and we're going to be looking at that southerly winds slowly but surely start to not only drive our temperatures up, but humidity, especially once we head on into our Monday and Tuesday. But quick look at the weekend. Other than that spotty shower as we head on into tonight, it's looking great today, 83 degrees, warmer tomorrow, 87, but the 90s will not return until Monday and Tuesday. So here over the next hour, I will talk to you about this slow warm up, but 80s holding tight for our weekend, and how we're going to end July out and in August. Can you believe it, Karen?
No.
It's already time for August.
I know. We're
Summer's
talking
going
about back
by.
to school stuff already, even fall stuff. I can't believe it.
I know. Here we go.
Thanks, Marina. Renee and Jean here to give our viewers and Miss Marina a little lesson. You go, girl. Woohoo! So you already know how to salsa dance.
Sorry.
There's no lesson going here. This is just Marina strutting her stuff.
So
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very nice.
Yay! Good job, guys. Good job.
Well, we are heating things up in the weather as well. So let's take a look right now. 80 degrees being our high. That was the first time we were below average in over a month. Today we're going to be pretty much right at where we're supposed to be for this time of year. 83 degrees. So enjoy it, because we will be looking at some changes, moving back into more of the salsa hot mode as we head on into our Monday and Tuesday with the 90s and the humidity returning. So we might have to deal with a shower at our southwestern counties this morning, and then maybe a sprinkle or two as we head on into the latter part of the day this evening and the overnight throughout the rest of our viewing area. But still not too bad. It's not going to be a storm, just a sprinkle or two around the region. So 65 degrees as we head on into the overnight tonight. And then moving on into our Sunday, we'll be looking at about 87. So we are going to warm things up. Things are going to start to feel a little warmer as we head on into tomorrow. But it's really Monday and Tuesday that we start to get that heat and humidity back in here, the low 90s, as we say goodbye to July, believe it or not. Starting out August close to 90 with a very unsettled rest of the week with a chance for some few storms, but hopefully pick up on some of that much needed rain because of it. So Karen, overall, pretty decent day today, so enjoy it.
Decent day and some decent dancing, Marina.
Thank you.
Yeah, I said, hey, you're going to get a salsa lesson. I got a bad ankle. And apparently you didn't need the lesson.
I did ballroom dancing for a long time, but it's been a long time since I did the Latin stuff. I was more like the waltz, foxtrot kind of girl.
You buried the lead.
So.
Good job, good job. All right, stay.
Good morning, I'm Fox 9 meteorologist Marina Jurica. Let's get you set up for your day today. It's a beautiful start all right now.
Under $40 and feed four people.
Easy
Karen,
schmeezy.
Marina, come on.
We'll press the forward
amazing.
button to our husbands. There we
There you
go.
go.
There we go.
Yeah.
We're working tonight.
All right,
We're
guys.
working tonight.
And they both cook.
All right, well, you can do it tomorrow. You can pick it up tomorrow. All right, you guys, we're going to thank our friends Joy Summers from City Pages Lavender for joining us, and Steph Meyer from Fresh Tart, and check out her blog. All this is going to be there. So once again, thanks, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Todd.
Thank you, Joy. Appreciate it. See you later. All right. See you tomorrow, guys. Back to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good stuff out there. Yeah, had a great morning, too.
I really love it
Got
too,
other stuff,
and it's
yeah.
really a fun thing to do, especially when there is
It
great
is.
weather and you can.
I love the environment, just the feel when you're down there, even if you only buy a couple of things just to walk around. There's always
And then
something
they
you
always
gotta
have
sample.
beautiful flowers too, which is
they
great.
do.
I always like that. Well, it's a beautiful morning, no matter what, for sure. Right now, we're currently looking at 68 degrees, dew point about 61. We saw dew points in the upper 50s yesterday, so we are changing slowly into a more heat, humid pattern once again. Monday and Tuesday is when we're really going to feel it. Today and tomorrow, it'll still be very nice, but we will see a difference. That northwesterly flow has left us with a southerly flow that's going to bring the heat and humidity gradually back in, but not right away, which is good. 68 right now in the metro, 65 in St. Cloud, 66 in Alex, 67 in Brainerd, 70 in Marshall is the hot spot, 66 in Owatonna, and here are the winds. Right now they're pretty quiet, 5 to 10 miles per hour, but they're coming out of the south, and that's a telltale sign that the winds are changing our weather, and because of that, we'll gradually get back to what we've grown very accustomed to this summer, is the heat and humidity. But not for today. 80 degrees was yesterday's high. We're going to be exactly where we're supposed to be for this time of year. 83 as we move on into the afternoon today. Our UV index is still going to be at around 8 or 9 today, so that's very high. And as we head on into the afternoon, of course, once those clouds roll in, it'll be a little less. But 83 degrees with clouds rolling in. Partly to mostly cloudy skies tonight, about 65, so still comfortable enough to open up those windows. And then tomorrow, we're going to feel a little bit of that heat return. 87 degrees, closer, of course, to 90, but we won't get that full steamy weather until Monday and Tuesday, our last 2 days of July. I still just can't believe it. August 1st is going to be on Wednesday. Back to you, Karen. Well, we are looking at a great forecast this morning to get out there and maybe even enjoy your breakfast out on the patio because it's so comfortable, so fantastic, and I hope you had a chance to enjoy yesterday. Today won't be as nice, but still not too shabby. 68 degrees currently right now this morning. It's a beautiful start. 65 in St. Cloud, 67 in Brainerd, 66 in Alec, a little warmer down in Marshall, 72, and we've got 70 degrees in Owatonna. If you're going to be seeing the Twins take on the Indians, first pitch is at 6:10 this evening. We're going to be looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies with temperatures in the low 80s and the upper 70s. So a very comfortable night to be out there and enjoying the game. Putting our clouds and radar in motion right now, we can see this short clip that's just moving on in right now, and it's basically bringing some moisture to our very far southwestern counties. And we knew that they'd wake up to a couple of showers this morning, and increased cloudiness because of this will start to move on in, but we're still just looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies, and then we'll still get some sunshine, don't worry. And we're already starting to see a little bit of action moving on just out to our west as well, west of the Dakotas. That could bring us a few sprinkles later on tonight. So just heads up for that. Otherwise, 83 degrees, clouds increasing, southerly winds starting to move on in. So we know what that means. Once winds come out of the south, the heat and humidity slowly move back in, but we won't really feel it today. 65 degrees tonight and tomorrow. Yes, warming up. 87 for our high, and then we'll really feel that heat and humidity as we head on into our Monday and Tuesday, the last couple of days of July. But looking at our Fox 9 AccuWeather 7-day forecast, we can see that once we enter into August, we do start to get a little bit cooler once again. Mid to low 80s return, but so does that unsettled weather pattern with a chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. So get out there and enjoy today and tomorrow, because it's going to be much warmer by Monday.
We'll be back.
Yes.
No, we'll be glad that he'll be back. But first, let's get our forecast one more time.
Well, it's into the rest of our 7-day forecast. It gets hot and humid again, so get out there.
All
Enjoy
right.
today.
We'll see you tomorrow. Tom will be back. Join us.
Truck getting stuck under the bridge, but it looked like a beautiful day, and it was a beautiful day yesterday and today. What are we looking at the next couple of days?
It's just going to get hotter, but I love it that the bikers were just like watching in awe.
I mean, when you see that, it's one of those sights you have to stop and take a look at, and the driver's probably thinking to him or herself, oh goodness.
Where's a hole that I can crawl
yes.
into?
Can I hide my head? Yeah.
Well, we are looking at a great biking forecast for tomorrow as well. It'll be a little cooler in the morning because we're going to actually have a few clouds stick around through a good part of the morning hours, but then in the afternoon we'll get that sunshine back in full force, and we're actually going to be in the upper 80s. So that's what we're doing. We're chipping away at that cooler, more comfortable weather, and we're exchanging it with the heat and humidity. Now, I did promise a couple of isolated showers and storms tonight, and we are continuing to see a little line that's developing just south of Alec and north of Wilmer, Litchfield, St. Cloud, and you can see it's just an ever so slight line of some thunderstorms moving all the way down towards Buffalo and just south of Elk River. So that's about all the action we got right now, and we might see an isolated storm or two pop up, so just keep that in mind. But we're at 80 degrees in the metro, 74 in St. Cloud, 73 in Brainerd, 75 in Alec, a lovely 72 in Owatonna. I'll tell you how hot we're going to get and how fast we're going to get back to the 90s in my next forecast. Back to you, Jeff.
Thanks, Marina.
And we're starting to pick up on those promised isolated showers and thunderstorms. I'll tell you who's seeing them right now and where they're headed in a little bit.
Marina Jurica joining us now with weather. Yeah, Marina, we've all gotten used to this heat the past couple of weeks, and you just sort of become the norm. That it's amazing when you have two wonderful days like we did yesterday and today. It feels almost like a treat.
It does.
And they were amazing.
And it's funny when we're saying cool, and then in regards to 80 degrees.
It's all relative, right?
It
Yeah.
is relative when we've hit triple digits in the last 6 weeks, and we haven't been below normal since the middle of June. So what we are seeing right now are some of those isolated storms I told you about earlier that we might have to deal with. And keying in on the metro right now, we can see a couple of those storms around Maple Grove and just in the far northwest metro that are starting to materialize along 55 highway, heading towards 394 out in the western suburbs. So as we move on into portions of Edina, you can see up north on 100, heading towards Maple Grove, as well as heading up into Osseo. We are looking at a couple sprinkles, a couple light storms here and there, a couple of widespread showers as you head further into the southern metros of Chaska, heading up to Eden Prairie, but these are not deluges, just a couple of sprinkles, light isolated storms. They're going to pop up from time to time as we move on into the overnight until the system heads on out of here. Now, we are seeing a little heavier rain in a line that's been forming pretty much just south of Alec, north of Wilmer, heading towards St. Cloud and down towards Buffalo. Now, this line is producing a little bit of heavier rainfall, but still not too bad at all. Nothing that's going to ruin the bulk of your plans. But look at this. Just a couple of hours ago, we saw absolutely nothing. So as that wave of energy that I was showing you at 6 p.m. around Fargo starts to move a little closer, you can see it balloons up, and along that line, we're getting a couple of those light showers and light thunderstorms. So as we head on throughout the rest of the evening, we could see some of these pop up here and there, but we are looking at relatively dry weather for the bulk of our viewing area. This will just be isolated storms here and there. So it is a very nice night out there with 80 degrees as our evening temperature right now. We're going to dip down to an overnight low of about 65, but look at that dew point. Friday, it was at 57. Now we're at 63, and that dew point is what's going to keep moving on up, and then we're going to feel more humid temperatures roll on in. So of course the heat index is going to start to play. But 80 right now in the metro, 74 in St. Cloud, 75 in Alex, 73 in Brainerd, 70 in Owatonna. And as we head on into the rest of the evening, gotta love normal. We're getting away from that again as we head on into tomorrow, but it's been really, really nice while we had it here. So there's that slight overnight chance of some of those storms popping up. We're going to get warmer on Sunday, but not seeing the 90s until Monday. So here is basically that wave of energy, and that's just going to continue to ride on in, give us a little bit of showers as we head on into the overnight and tomorrow morning. But once those storms pass, we'll be looking at mostly cloudy skies heading out of here pretty quickly. And by Sunday afternoon, we should see partly cloudy skies and things are all good. But our northern counties, now I'm talking Lake District. So further north you go, the better chance that you're going to have to see a couple of storms lingering into tomorrow afternoon. But the rest of us will have partly cloudy skies by the afternoon and a high of 87. There's the 90s on Monday, saying goodbye to July on Tuesday on a warm note. Unsettled that first week of August as we cool things back down into the low 80s. Back to you, Jeff.
Thanks, Marina. Beauty of live television. You never know what's going to happen.
Dana, our floor director's like, get
back here.
Move back there. I'm so used to at the end of there just tossing.
Well, I'm glad we figured it out.
Now we
Teamwork.
can talk. There we go.
Well done.
There we go.
Thank you, Marina. Appreciate it.